doing now?
We're going on a boat!
So the first port of this cruise is Palma de Mallorca. As you can see behind me, there is a large line for the taxis, so keep that in mind. And it stays like that for the entire morning, essentially. There's no Ubers or anything here, so you are reliant on the local taxi system. That is, of course, if you don't book a tour, which you could do. Mallorca has a very interesting city center, a lot of cool shops, so definitely suggest to get off early on the ship. Be there quite early because the ship actually departs again at 3:30, and you still have to get a taxi back to the ship, which takes a bit of time as well. Another good tip is get some authentic Spanish tapas. We went to Bar Español, really good gildas and other good pinchos and tapas. So when you get off the ship, you can go to Le Panier, which is like the old town. It's called the Montmartre of Marseille. A lot of quirky shops, restaurants, a lot of seafood. Worth to check out. So one thing you should keep in mind is that on the cruise they have themed nights, and then now tonight is, what is it tonight, guys? White night. White night. So the boat stops in Porto Venere. It doesn't stop in Cinque Terre because it's difficult to moor the boat there. You can get some authentic pesto from Genova, and then, you know, walk around the streets a little bit, get some ice cream, hop back on the boat. We just did a gym session. The gym is absolutely massive. They also offer classes, but very good equipment. And the fun thing is that the gym is connected to the running track, so you can run around basically the ship.
It's day 5 and we are on the ship right now, but today is a Rome day and we don't want to go to Rome because we've already been to Rome. Today we're just going on the ship, checking out all the slides, the pool, the arcade, and everything else that the ship has to offer.
Go to Da Michel in Napoli, the best pizza. Go there and actually sit in the bar across the street. They serve the same pizza, but you get a seat and you don't have to wait in line. So it's the best. Thank us later. What are you guys doing?
We're doing scavenger hunt for all the countries.
Like crew nationalities.
Yeah, there's also a backside.
Backside.
So let's start off with dining. So the ship itself has 20 different dining outlets and more than 10 bars. We mostly ate at the dining room. The food there is pretty good, and our kids love the ability to just choose like a starter, a main, and a dessert. Plus you get that sort of dining room experience with your servers that you have every night. I do recommend to get the timed seating, because if you do the my time seating, the lines get really long, I mean, you do have the flexibility of showing up when you want, but expect like 20-30 minutes in line. Of course, next to the dining room, there's tons of other options. The other complimentary dining outlets are pretty good. There's the Mexican food on level 15, there's the hot dogs, there's the park cafe. Of course, you know, in terms of breakfast, you have Windjammer, which gets really busy. It's too packed. The Solarium Bistro is a much better option. Level 8 has the Central Park, which has all the premium dining outlets, so you can choose different options there. In terms of activities, the pool is amazing. It has 3 different slides and a popular flow rider as well, of course, at the back of the ship. The slides are best to do during the port days, as the lines aren't that long. If you go like on the sea day today or at night when people are back on the ship, lines tend to be very long and they move very slow. On the back of the ship there's another slide called the Abyss, which actually takes you from level 15 down to level 8. It's a bit of a gimmick. It looks more scary than what it actually is, goes quite slow. There's other gimmicks on the ship as well, like a zip line, which nobody actually seems to do. There's also a rock climbing, of course, mini golf, the things that you would kind of expect on a cruise ship. So the shows on the ship, we absolutely loved the Aqua 80 show. The whole setup, the performers, really one of the best we've ever seen. The ice skating show is also really good. However, the musical Cats is corny and it lacks a bit of a storyline. Kids will basically be bored during that show. I wish they replace it with something better, to be honest. Also, the magic show, the magicians seemed a bit amateur. The jokes weren't, or the tricks weren't very good, and also the technical setup had some glitches. In terms of the ports are good. Although when you come in summer, please expect that the weather is going to be extremely hot and the lines are going to be very long, especially for things like Naples. If you want to go to Capri, very long lines, very hot. I'm not sure if it's worth it, but if you've never been there before, you know, of course you should do it, but maybe just go early on in the day. Also, for the last day, which is the sea day, plan ahead because the activities do get full. There's ice skating, etc. So this ship is really the biggest we've ever seen. It has a lot of fun activities, a lot of fun stuff on board. Our kids loved the experience. 7 days is a good amount of time to spend on here. This itinerary is pretty good. So yeah, definitely recommend Oasis of the Seas.
So my favorite thing in this cruise was the port of Marseille in France, where we were on the beach just chilling when it was 5:30 and we thought the port closed at 8, but it actually closed at 5:30. So we were running for a taxi, and then 15 minutes later we found this taxi mafia guy that's went at 150 kilometers per hour on a 90-kilometer lane. And then we arrived at the port and the captain was there, and as soon as we arrived he blew the horn and boom, we were flying away.
Okay, so my favorite thing in the cruise was the boat ride in Cinque Terre, where we swam and we got up the boat and then we looked around these stops, and they had amazing pesto because we're in Italy. And yeah.
So what was your favorite thing on the cruise?
My favorite part of the cruise was going to the pool area, even the slides, the arcade, And the ice skating.